So basically, this is my version, my personal version of Abzan Greasefang. I choose to play a mid-range list using this glut of 3 drops, mainly Rotting Regisaur and Glissa Sunslayer as my mid-range options to combine with my chariots. And you may be thinking, wow, if you're playing mid-range, why are you playing 3 chariots instead of 4? And that's just a personal preference. I think that chariot is often in matchups a little bad. Um, and I don't think the consistency loss going from 10 to 9 vehicles is large enough to warrant just having like a hand bricked full of Eska's chariots. I am playing 3 Can't Stay Away, which also is a little weird. But since I have more 3 drops that I want to potentially reanimate, like Regisaur, going up on Can't Stay Away just goes up on copies of those, and then also it helps with reanimating Greasefang, which is the main plane of the deck. Um, so with that, let's get into a league. Oh, I'm queued for challenge, not league. There we go. I was like, why? Match 1 Azorius Control lost. Match 2 Azorius Control tied. Should have won. Gruul vehicles. Is it Phoenix? Orzhov humans? Yeah, playing Control twice in the first 2 rounds is kind of disgusting. I feel bad for you. Uh, it's not a fun matchup in any way, shape, or form. Um, yeah, and like especially like coming from a list that is more mid-range, like my list, and then playing the Pro Tour list, I just feel like you can't like pressure them enough. Like that's the big thing about blue white control is that you want to put a couple pieces on the board to pressure them and force their hand. Yeah, yeah. Not a fan of playing against control. Okay, so this hand is interesting. We are on the draw, so we have 2, 3, 4 looks for a black source. And then we just have Informant, Boat, Greasefang, Regisaur. I think I'm willing to keep this hand even though it doesn't have black. It could be a mistake because most of our enablers are black, but we do have a Rafine's Informant to kind of smooth out the hand and a couple draws to get there. So I'll keep this one. It might be a little loose. Maybe the 6 is better. Spire Bluff Canal. Hey, look, there's black. Uh, yeah, never punished. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of an awkward hand, but I think it'll work out. I think normally I wouldn't keep this hand if there was no informant, but we were playing against Phoenix. Um, so they're gonna get to discard the Phoenix no matter what. I think we're just gonna take the Lightning Axe, just because that we know kills our Greasefang. Yep, discard Phoenix. Second Greasefang. Did not draw the Parhelion, which is fine. Yeah, never punished. Committed to buying Fang for the upcoming season, but then I audibled Friday and started picking up the pieces for creativity. That's, I mean, yeah, that's not necessarily a bad decision. I think creativity is a good deck. Obviously, any deck playing Fable is good. Interesting. So they gave us a little bit of free information. They probably have removal for the Greasefang. So I think what we're going to do instead is slam a Regisaur and see how they feel about that. More than likely going to be discarding the Temple Garden on our upkeep because we have plenty of white sources. Would like the second black source to double spell with. Kept it on top. Interesting. Pieces. So they bend. I didn't really see what it was. It'll be alright. Alright. So I don't think we're doing anything interesting this turn, so we're just gonna tap out for Greasefang and hit him for a lot of damage. Hello, take 16. Go to 1, please. Should have played Reggie post combat. I mean, yeah, I don't know that it necessarily matters. I guess you incentivize them to kill your informant, but I don't think it matters either way. If I play the Reggie pre-combat, then they're just going to kill the informant anyway. Think I'll play it better. Funny enough, actually made a decision testing you white versus Fang with my team. Yeah, that's the good thing about. I'm just going to close this because I don't entirely know what's in their hand. That's the good thing about playing creativity is that you effectively get to play a control deck, um, and then you know just kill them when you have the creativity and you think you can push it through. Playing combo control has always been a very strong way to play the game. Sure. So you're not dead on board. Okay, there's second Phoenix. Um, could go. Yeah. So it could go either way here. I have a feeling that they're holding up removal. For the Greasefang, they have 6 unknown cards in hand, so I could just discard the Greasefang and then cast the Sky Sovereign. But they do have Spell Pierce's game 1, so maybe that's something I should be wary of. I mean, Spell Pierce is pretty dead in their hand, kind of no matter what. Discard Rat, play Boat Swing. Yeah, but like if I give them the opportunity to get the Spell Pierce out of their hand, then like that's a completely dead card for the rest of the game. Yeah, okay, I guess the upside to getting Spell Pierce out of their hand is if I draw a Witherbloom command here and then they just die anyway. So yeah, let's discard the Rat. I think is the correct line. I also have 3 can't stay away, so I can get the Rat back. So yeah, let's discard the Rat. I drew Glissa. So I think we're still just gonna cast the boat. Cast the boat, and if they have Spell Pierce, they have Spell Pierce. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what I was worried about. So now I don't have um I am gonna go ahead and just swing in with both because they have to double block. Um that's what I was worried about. But we do have some live draws. It sucks I'm gonna discard the Glissa. Could use that, but now they kind of have to be on gas for the rest of the game in order to dig themselves out. Yep. Probably going to bring back both their Phoenixes this turn, maybe a third if they find it. They did find a third Phoenix. They did already play their land for turn, so we're not at risk of dying to Temporal Trespass. Yep. They discard the fourth Phoenix. No, okay. So they get to get in for 6 in the air. Maybe just 3, honestly. They might just leave 2 back. Just a fade removal. Oh, they leave all 3 back. Sure. Yep. Discard Glissa, no choice. And we drew Parhealy. Just gonna punch in with the Reggie, just because I kind of have to. They're gonna double block, triple block, sure. I will kill all of your dudes. You will just bring it back next turn anyway. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I was aware that Spell Pierce wasn't out there. It might actually get them out of this game. Yep. You have a Ledger Shredder. You have a second Ledger Shredder. Okay, so they're not getting their Phoenixes back this turn, which is good. Still preserving our life total. Discard pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, I'm not playing islands. Oh, Lily is interesting. Can't protect her in any way, shape, or form. At this point, I kind of want to keep the Parhelion in hand. Making him discard a hand of 5 probably doesn't do anything. They probably are bricked up on lands quite a bit. I've seen a decent number of their spells. Yeah, I think it was very likely that they had an axe there, so I think that if they don't have the spell pierce, they lose the game. That's just what it is. I think they only play 2 main. I think even though I can't protect the Lily, I do want to take a Ledger Shredder off the board because it lets them dig deeper. So I think I will just play the Lily and make them sack. Hello, Stephen, our savior. Please sacrifice your 1/3 Ledger Shredder. Sure, that's the last pieces of the puzzle. If it puts the 4th Phoenix in the bin, I am in trouble. Yeah, okay. It did put the 4th Phoenix in the bin. Galvanic Iteration, that means they're about to cast a Temporal Trespass, which means I am dead. Yes, cast Temporal Trespass so I can scoop. Yep, you got it. Okay. So for them, we definitely want our Graveyard Trespassers and our Tameo Safekeepings. Liliana is usually pretty awkward against them because they bring in... Yeah, it happens. Liliana is usually awkward against them because they bring in Pyromancer type effects. So we definitely probably want to cut those. Sky Sovereign can stay, Chariot can stay because I can't really beat a Chariot. I think the other cut is probably going to end up being Glissa since we're swapping in Graveyard Trespasser. We can kind of just swap those out at will. Um, it dies to all their removal and doesn't really do anything else. So I think I'm more than willing to side those out. We want to keep the 2 Witherbloom commands in because sometimes they do play Hearse. Um, so that begs the question, do we want to take out the 3rd Can't Stay Away for the Terra Sunder? I think it's not a bad idea. Just hedging up our bets against Hearse. Or Leyline of the Void even. If they have Leyline of the Void, we can't out it with our current board. Let me actually pull up the Phoenix list. I have a minute. Let me see what the last Phoenix list was. If they were playing Leylines, I don't think they are. I think they're just on 2 Hearse. They're not even on Hearse anymore. They are just on a Braid. They're just on 1 Abrade. Okay. So we don't need the Terra Sunder, so we can bring the Can't Stay Away back in. Yes, I would like to be on the play. This hand is fantastic. We will keep it. A turn 2 Blooming Marsh into turn 3 Graveyard Trespasser. Hopefully eat one of their Phoenixes. Worst case scenario, hopefully we can at least find a land off the Grizzly Salvage, and then we can also curve into Chariot appropriately. And because we are light on interaction, if they do tap out at my end step to cast something, we'll go ahead and cast the Grizzly Salvage, just because I don't want it to get countered. I think we're just going to take the Overgrown Tomb, because that lets us curve into Chariot. Oh, they missed a land drop. Cool. Alright, well. Eat your opt. They're that's not how that works. Oh, they're gonna discard. Oh, I see. Okay. I understand now. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and now I just have the option to like can't stay away it next turn. Okay, they miss another land drop. So now I have the option. I also just drew another one. I have the option to be mana efficient and play a Chariot. I think I kind of like that. I think I like playing Chariot. Oh, it is also Night. So I could just play the Graveyard Trespasser and it eats both their cards in their graveyard. Let's just play Chariot. Let's play Chariot and let's make them think that we don't have another one so they can possibly spend this turn loading up on it. Sure. Okay. You have a Ledger Shredder. Alright. So now we just play this Graveyard Trespasser. Oh, sure. They scooped. Got it. Easy game. Okay, so there's nothing in there that changed how I want to board, so I think we're just going to run it back. They also didn't see Tamia safekeeping that game, so that's good. Yeah, I think the impulse is the only reason. Honestly, I don't think they ever. I don't know that they ever don't board out Spell Pierce in this matchup because it just isn't. It isn't great. It's not bad. One landers, we send those back. Oh, um, this hand is missing green. But if we draw a green source in the first two turns, then we are looking really good. We have a lot more. So we have 3, 4, 5 sources left in the deck that aren't green. We do also have something to play on turn 1. Um, question is going to 5 better? They kept a 7. I think I'm willing to keep this one. Normally I would say no. I think I'm going to keep this one to ship back to Sky Sovereign. I think this is also kind of a loose keep, but I don't know with the way that they're going to try and play this game out, I don't know that we're going to get a better 5. Interesting land to play on 1. Let's see what they're working with. Opt, Axe, Impulse, Brotherhood's End. Interesting. Brotherhood's End does not exile, so I don't really care about that. I think I'm willing to take the Opt here, just because it prevents them from digging. And then they have to go down cards to Lightning Axe, and Fiery Impulse just doesn't do anything. So yeah, we'll take the Opt, even though it's highly likely they could draw another cantrip. Okay, we drew one of our non-green sources, the second of 2 Godless Shrines, so that's not great. Um, but they didn't play anything. Play the island we know about, so they have 2 unknown cards. Okay, Razor Verge Thicket is nice. So because we know they have a bunch of removal in hand, I'm not necessarily willing to commit the Graveyard Trespasser. So this could just be a Grizzly Salvage turn, and then next turn we can hold up Tamio's Safekeeping. I like doing that. They also don't have anything worth eating either. Sure. So before they play a land for turn, I'm going to go ahead and Grizzly Salvage, because they can't counter anything that I play right now. Overgrown Tomb, yes. I think we want that over the Redistor. Yeah, sorry, I don't have any commands set up because I am a noob at streaming. I think, yeah, I want the Overgrown Tomb. I don't think I'm casting Regisaur next turn anyway. Yeah, I do have that, yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna go ahead and possibly give them a Connive trigger and try and blank one of their removal spells since they're only holding up 1 at the moment. Play the Greasefang and force them to burn a removal spell. They discarded the Brotherhood's End. Oh, that is fantastically good for us. Because now we're just getting back this Chariot and they can't do anything about it. possible that they have a second one. It's not all anti-neoform, no. So Containment Priest does help with Containment Priest and Soul Partition do help with those matchups. Soul Partition is my option of choice for getting Karns off the board, because Karn is a big problem for the deck, and Soul Partition is the most open of the options. It's yeah. So the other options are like was it Fracture? Um, Fracture is an option. Oh, okay. So, but Fracture doesn't really hit a whole lot outside of that stuff. So we know they have a Fiery Impulse in hand, so we can't get back. We can't get back anything with Greasefang this turn. So I think what I'm going to do is Thoughtseize them first, and then possibly follow it up with a Graveyard Trespasser. Impulse, Lightning Axe, Treasure Cruise. Okay. We will take the Treasure Cruise and let you play your one removal spell per turn. Yeah, they get to connive, but that's fine. They just pitched a blue source? Wow, that's bold. Let's exile the Brotherhood's End just in case they can flash it back. Or they pitched a red source, sorry. Then we can move to combat, swing. They're gonna kill our Greasefang. Yep. Block a cat, take 4. Cool, got it. All right, let's move to match number 2. Yeah, I don't know why they connived away the second red source. That could have potentially dug them out, but I guess their hand at that point is just Impulse plus Lightning Axe, which is like not great. All right. This hand is kind of rough. We've no enablers. We do have a turn 3 Lily discarding a Sky Sovereign in the blind, plus we have Can't Stay Away backup to get our Greasefang back. We do have our mana. I think in the blind I'm willing to try this one. It's really slow, but I have no idea what my opponent's playing. Blooming Marsh. Oh, is this a mirror match? Sure is. Cool. Yep. Yep. Oh, what the? They're playing Tassiger. Interesting. So they dumped the Tasker, kept the Concealed Courtyard. Alright. Drawing Rafine's Informant's cool. So we have a way to turn 3 Sky Sovereign them. Or do we want to ditch the Chariot? I think it's probably going to be Sky Sovereign, because if they manage to... I think it's just Sky Sovereign, because we can just kill whatever they play next turn. Play the second Blooming Marsh. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna go for the rat because we do have the Liliana to back up pitch the Sky Sovereign next turn. So take 9, please. And next turn we can also Liliana, make them sack, and then Thoughtseize ourselves if we really wanted to. They're just going to play a cat? Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you're dead. Got it. Thoughtseize them for good measure. Sure. So they just couldn't put it together. Yep, they realize they're dead. All right. So for the mirror, we want 3 Graveyard Trespassers, and then a Terra Sunder, because Terra Sunder kills Sky Sovereign, and Chariot, and Parhelion. And we take out 3 Lilies because we don't want to let them have free discard outlets. They are playing a combo deck, so we want to keep in all 4 of our Thoughtseizes. They do have Hearse, so we want to keep in Witherbloom Command. We want to keep in Regisaur just because it beats through their creatures, and because I know that they're on the Vessel and Nascency build, I know that they are light on creatures. Only having 4 Informant, I guess 1 Tassiger, 2 Scrapyard Mutt, and Greasefang. We want to keep Glissa because it can punch through all of their stuff. We want to keep Sky Sovereign because it can kill their stuff. So I think we're going to drop a Can't Stay Away and call it that. Now, the downside of having Graveyard Trespasser instead of Hearse here is that if they can set up for the combo on turn 3, we're going to be a turn slow, which isn't great. But we live with the choices we have made. This hand, I think I'm willing to keep because if they whiff for a turn, we kill them. Drawing a Thoughtseize off the top would be nice, though. Not gonna lie. They mold to 6. Okay, cool. Informant, pitching Parhelion. Oh, pitching Essica's Chariot. Okay, that's fine. So if they can't interact with us in any way, shape, or form, they're dead. Okay, they're dead. Nice mirror, bro. Nice mirror. They brought in Scavenging Ooze. Wow. Interesting. Okay, and they're holding up mana, so they might actually have Fatal Push. They can't kill the rat, but they can kill an angel token, which is honestly fine. Yeah, okay. Nice mirror. Got it. All right. On to match 3. Ugh. Let me pull up the Discord real quick. Sweet. Toxic Mirror. I don't think either of us were playing any cards with Toxic that game. I'm also going to call you out a little bit. For any of you guys in the Greasefang Discord that have seen me talk about the Jun Transmog list, Minue here is the one who um, has been piloting it to some astounding success. If you want to check out his YouTube channel, uh, I don't know if you're streaming right now, but if you are, you can check out their Twitch. Thought Seas, double Parhelion, can't stay away. We're going to send this one back. This one is much, much better. We're going to ship the second Greasefang. Nah, you don't stream? Okay. Either way, check out their YouTube channel. Jun Transmog list slaps us up pretty hard. Turns out putting a 7/7 flying vigilance lifelink death touch into play makes it pretty hard to crack him for 13. Keep that, send back the rat because we have can't stay away to reanimate with. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was going first. Ooh, Rafine's Tower. Are we playing against Esper Greasefang? Rafine's Tower kind of makes me want to do this now. Just to play around counter magic. We will take the Blooming Marsh, thank you. I have had my Grizzly Salvage spell pierced one too many times. Glacial Fortress. So not knowing what we're playing against, there could be counter magic at play here. Probably not. Question is, do we want to take a turn off to Thought Seize them or resolve a Liliana first? I think because we have the can't stay away, I don't think we care. If they counter this, the next turn we can go Thought Seize, can't stay away our rat. Get back to Parhelion. Crew the Parhelion. You have removal for the Parhelion. Oh. Okay. Did not expect that. So we are probably playing against just straight up Esper control. For winning, not for fun. I think right now Abzan is probably the better deck. If you are playing Kaburb's if you're playing Kaburb's control shell for the deck, then you then you do have a pretty solid chance at winning. I think the problem with the control list is that it's not as fast and you don't get a whole lot of the best thing you have about Abzan is that you get free wins by just like doing the thing on turn 3 in game 1 and your opponent not being able to interact with it in any way shape or form. And then that gives you 2 games to piece it together. Thought Seize. They have Memory Deluge, so we are just playing against Grixis Control. Vanishing Verse. I think we are going to take the Vanishing Verse. So if we take the Vanishing Verse, If we take the Vanishing Verse, it allows us to Grizzly Salvage now to try and hit a Parhelion. But then we're open to the Wandering Emperor coming in and exiling our Greasefang. I think I'm fine with that trade. Yeah. I think I don't necessarily care that much about Wandering Emperor exiling the Greasefang because we have other things to do. I think I will go ahead and Grizzly Salvage now, though, just to find a Parhelion to put them in the dirt. We also haven't played a land for turn, so if I have to take a land off this Grizzly Salvage, then um, it's not the worst. Okay. Yeah, so we'll take Concealed Courtyard, play that, and just reanimate the Sky Sovereign, settle for 6 damage instead of 13. Yeah, well, okay, so the thing with Lily is that I don't think Lily beats Wandering Emperor straight up because Wandering Emperor can outspeed Lily. I will obviously get a free turn here where they're going to spend the -2 to exile the Greasefang. Um, so I think what we're going to do. So which land do they play? They play Watery Grave. So we know they have a Glacial Fortress, Narset, Memory Deluge. So I think I'm going to cast Lily and Can't Stay Away and reanimate the Rotting Regisaur to have a blocker for Lily. Well, actually, I could just kill the Wandering Emperor right now. Now that I think about it, yeah, I will actually do that. They don't have any removal in hand, so doing this, yeah, casting the boat is correct. Kills the Wandering Emperor, and then we can play the Reggie next turn and crew it and hit for 6. Or we also still have the choice of doing Liliana plus Can't Stay Away. Also, hello, Death Monkey. Yeah, it deals with the problem right now. Doesn't prolong it any longer. Sure, Narset. I agree. I'm interested to see what they're going to find off of this. Dovin's Veto. Okay. So good to know that they still have the Glacial Fortress in hand. They do have one unknown, but they are holding up the Dovin's Veto. So what I think we want to do is just slam the Regisaur this turn to nullify the Dovin's Veto in hand. And then we can kill their Narset. Also, if you guys hear that notification sound in the background, don't mind it. It's just they drew another. Oh, they're memory deluging. Interesting. I am just AFKing my RuneScape account on the side. Okay, so they're still holding up the Dovin's Veto. I will discard Can't Stay Away. Glissa. So Glissa is actually lethal, so we will attempt to resolve Liliana of the Veil. Sure. And now we kill you. Yep. Okay. So against Esper control. We definitely want Tamio safekeepings. Let me see if there's an Esper control list that looks similar to this that has been showing up in the Metashare. I see Demir control, Esper Greasefang. I do see Esper control. Okay. 2 Vanishing Verse. I don't see Memory Deluge though. Dovin's Veto, Shio's Edict. I'm really just trying to figure out if they're playing Rest in Peace or Leyline. It looks like they're playing Rest in Peace. So I probably definitely want Terra Sunder. And then I likely don't want I think I can trim 1 Regisaur. I can't stay away. Black for Cling. Yeah, Cling is also a strong possibility. I think I'm cool cutting 2 of the can't stay aways. I think the question is whether I want to cut a boat. Or even a Glissa, actually. Actually, I want to keep Glissa in because Glissa deals with Rest in Peace. I think we do cut a boat. Call it there. Maybe it's correct to just cut the 3rd can't stay away since it's likely a dead matchup because most of their removal is exile based. Ooh, this hand is terrible. This hand is also terrible. So if I think that, so they mulligan to 6 cards. This hand I'm forced to keep, as much as I would not like to, because I don't think I can go to 4. So keep this, drop the Chariot and the Liliana. Yeah, I think it has to be the Liliana. If we have any thought that we might be trying to win this game with Greasefang, it has to be Liliana. Trying to see, their mana base is probably too stretched to worry about. Field of Ruin. But we have 2 looks at a second land, and any land unlocks Witherbloom Command Grizzly Salvage. Sweet, second land. Oh, I say that. I say that, and boy howdy, that is a Field of Ruin. Okay, so unfortunately, we can't hold up Tamio's safekeeping, I don't think. I wonder if it's worth not playing the Witherbloom command this turn and holding up the Tamio's safekeeping to blow out their Field of Ruin. Because either way, the way that Witherbloom command works is it's not going to. Yeah, I kind of doubt they go for it immediately as well. But is it worth draining them for 2 life? Whereas, like, if I hold up Tamio's safekeeping this turn and they go for it immediately, and I draw a Glissa, I get to resolve that, and then that deals with the rest in peace. I do play a basic. I play a swamp. I'm not worried about this because they're going to strip mine me. I'm worried about this, or I'm thinking about this because I can get them to strip mine themselves. The order of the text is that it mills first. So it mills first, then it destroys the rest in peace. So every card that gets milled off a Witherbloom command gets put into the bin. So if I Witherbloom command this turn, I have to drain them for 2. So I think I want to just play the Razor Verge Thicket and see if they'll Field Ruin me. See if they can cut me off at white. Is what the thought is. Okay, they're not. I think either way this is the right play because if I draw a Glissa, wow, they're cycling Shark Typhoon for 0. I agree, but this also accomplishes the same thing. Okay, I drew second Witherbloom command, so let's go ahead and do it, and I have a second Witherbloom command to back up with. Black, green. Drawing a land there would have been nice, but it is what it is. Shocking. Okay. So I may get to blow them out anyway. We did not draw a land, so we're just going to pass back. And hopefully they're going to like tap out for field. Their Memory Deluge, sure. I maybe should have actually responded by casting Grizzly Salvage. So they're likely holding up Dovin's veto. They can't field me anymore, so I think I do want to go ahead and do this now. And they probably still have Dovin's veto. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate. They took an absorb. Yeah, okay. Drew third line anyway. So I want to go ahead and just cast a Rotting Regisaur. I think so they have absorb and 3 unknown cards. I could Witherbloom command, but I don't like them digging with Narset to find a second rest in peace. I think I'd rather hold that open. So we'll just Regisaur, and if they remove it, they remove it. They found a Wandering Emperor. So we're going to discard. I believe you want to discard the Greasefang. Because we're not committing it to the board until we can get something back with it anyway. And I kind of don't want them to know about Tamio's safekeeping in advance. Oh, yeah, well, we drew the Parhelion. Okay, so let's swing with Regisaur and get them to exile it with the Wandering Emperor. Yes. I would like to Tamio's safekeeping my Regisaur, please. Take 6 or 7. and we'll keep the second Tamiya safekeeping up because if they can't remove the Regisaur, sure, I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade all day long. So now they have to sacrifice their Wandering Emperor, yeah, to make a chump blocker. Alright, discard the Parhelion, draw a Swamp. Okay, well, we are going to swing first. Make them chump block. And I believe we're just going to pass. Hold on to this Witherbloom command. Okay, they have to have another Wandering Emperor. So they have Absorb mana open. That puts them to 12. So I believe we're just going to swing with the Regisaur. See what happens. Yeah, Wandering Emperor number 2. Sure. Okay, and then I think we want to commit the Greasefang now. They can't Vanishing Verse it. They can Vanishing Verse the Parhelion. Commit the Greasefang now while they're tapped out. Yeah. I think an argument could have been made there that I should have cast the Greasefang and let them absorb it so I could get the hit in with the Reggie, but this, I think, is better. If they don't have Vanishing Verse, then they just die. So let's go to combat. Let's trigger, target the Parhelion. Let's crew the Parhelion. Yeah, this is definitely Vanishing Verse. Yep. Okay. It's a little unfortunate. And now they can exile our Greasefang. It's kind of rough. And they still have Absorb up, so I can't cast a Witherbloom command now. Ooh, Boat would have been good this game. Yes. Greasefang is exiled. You're going to hold up Absorb for a year. Sure. Yeah. Now that the swamp's in the bin, you know I have no basics. Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm willing to cast this now. They want to absorb, they can absorb. Sure. Alright, Liliana. So I think I do want to cast the Witherbloom command now. Nope, nope. Yes, I want to mill and drain. They're likely to counter this one, but then if I rip a land off the top, I can cast the Liliana of the Veil. Let that go to town. Oh, they let it happen. Interesting. We put a third Greasefang in the bin. Let's get back to Blooming Marsh. Play it for turn and pass. Cycle a Shark Typhoon. Sure, that one too. Alright. Well, we'll attempt to resolve Liliana just to get cards out of their hand. It's not going to resolve. The heck is this? Cycle Shark Typhoon. Is it going to resolve? It is not going to resolve. Okay. I think I'm willing to go to game 3 now. Alright, so now that we know a little bit more information, I think I am willing to go up the second boat, and I think I'm actually willing to go down a Parhelion in this matchup. Not because I'm not really willing to go down a Parhelion. I think I am willing to go down the the third Tameo safekeeping. Maybe not. This is hard. I want the second boat just because Wandering Emperor is difficult to deal with without it. I could go down a Chariot. They do play Supreme Verdict. I think that's what I'll do. Yeah, -1 cat cart. Yeah, they showed me Supreme Verdict, so I'm kind of not on that plan necessarily. I can roll with that. On the play. So we have Terra Sunder, Thoughtseize. We don't have any enablers, but we could draw land and play a Liliana of the Veil. Question is, where does our plan go if we're not killing them quickly? I do think I may be priced into keeping this one just because it has the removal for the Rest in Peace. And I'm a little cold outside of that. So I'm willing to try this. I usually would not keep any hands without any enablers, but I think we're just like super cold to Rest in Peace. Sensor, Absorb, Narset, Shark Typhoon, Verdict. So we're going to take the Sensor. Because they can use it to counter whatever we want to play on turn 3. Alright, Tamiya's safekeeping is interesting. Not what I wanted to see, but we're going to shock in the Overgrown Tomb because our life total doesn't matter, and, you know, hold up safekeeping just because. Okay, we did not know about that Rafine's Tower. Alright, Razor Verge Thicket, so we're going to snap Resolve a Liliana and hope they don't Spell Pierce. Uptick, discard the probably the Greasefang. They Discard Verdict. Okay, that makes me discarding the Greasefang a little worse. Alright. So we can uptick. You have to worry about time a little bit. So we can uptick, discard Thoughtseize. I think I'm kind of on board with upticking, discarding Tamiyo's Safekeeping since they no longer have the Supreme Verdict. And then I think I don't want to play Regisaur this turn. I think I do want to Thoughtseize them. They discard the Godless Shrine. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize them and hold up Terra Sunder in case they find a Rest in Peace. They're just going to absorb this? Sure. They basically just Thoughtseize themselves for me. Vanishing versus Liliana. Yeah. Yeah, but they don't have any removal in their hand. So yes, you're right. It was smarter to keep the Tamiyo Safekeeping, and I should have ditched the Terra Sunder. Because I'm going to end up ditching the Terra Sunder this turn anyway. Yeah, we're just drawing lands out here. Hopefully this connects, though, and they didn't draw Wandering Emperor. They did draw the fucking Wandering Emperor. Oh, no, okay. Shark Typhoon, that's fine. Shark Typhoon is fine. Wandering Emperor would not have been so fine. But yeah, you're right. I should have kept the safekeeping. That's especially since I wasn't playing anything else that turn. Yeah, Narset. Wandering Emperor. Cool. So drawing a Grizzly Salvage here would be nice. Cat Cart is also kind of nice. So the question is, at this point, since our Regisaur is going to get exiled, it takes our hit down to 5. Do we want to just kill the Narset so they can't draw another card off of it? Yeah, I am watching the clock. I think killing the Narset does have some meaning, keeping them from drawing a card. Yeah. Because honestly, like clocking their life total at this point isn't worth it, or it doesn't really put us much closer. The question is, do I want to commit the cat cart this turn? I think I do. Because if they play out Wandering Emperor to exile the Rotting Regisaur, I can kill it immediately. The only thing that this loses to is a Supreme Verdict off the top. I think I am willing to commit the cat cart. Actually, also, if they like choose not to kill the Regisaur, then I just have to discard the cat card anyway. This means I can at least revenge kill the Wandering Emperor. I am stone cold to a Supreme Verdict, though. Sure. Yep. Okay, and they're not holding up Verse, which is nice. Can't Stay Away is actually a fantastic draw, assuming they don't have Spell Pierce. Crew with the Greasefang, and now we get to send some stuff at their life total as well. I'm gonna send both cats at the Wandering Emperor, just in case they have Fatal Push. I do have 2 mana for Spell Pierce, you're right, sorry. I'm not used to having mana. Yeah, I know, Garrett, I missed out on 2 damage. Ooh, this looks like a Doomscar. No, if it was Doomscar, they could play it that turn. Right? Doomscar could have March as well. Yeah. Absorb. Sure. It's not Doomscar. It's the Behold the Multiverse, more than likely. Yeah. So the crew here is actually interesting because if they have a Wandering Emperor, I care about them exiling the Greasefang. Yeah. So that's my only thought is that like if I crew with the Greasefang, I beat Emperor with cats. I understand. Yeah. It's more damage this way. They had the Supreme Verdict, and that's why they absorbed the Thoughtseize. Starnheim Unleashed. Create a 4/4 with flying. The spells foretold. Create X of those tokens instead. Okay. um, I can't say I saw that one coming. uh, okay, so now we're definitely swinging with the Greasefang to get them to trade off one of their tokens. Yeah. Oh, Crew with Fang. Oh, I was thinking that I get them to trade off one of their 4/4s. If they want to trade off, yeah, you're right. You're right. That was dumb. I'm sorry. Yeah, because now I can't. If they kill the cat card, I can't reanimate it. Yeah, that's right. That was dumb. Can't stay away. That Greasefang was can't stay away, so it got exiled. But I have lethal on board. What would you like to do about it, opponent? Wandering Emperor, sure. So you're gonna go to 4. Settle the wreckage incoming. Yeah, that would be. Oh, you're gonna go to. Yeah, you're still gonna go to 4. Okay, now we get to hit him with the secret tech. We get to resolve a Glissa. Let's go, Glizzy. Just need to fade a Wrath. Fade a Wrath. Please. Fumigate incoming. I might tilt scoop. I haven't played against Fumigate since it rotated out of standard. The pocket fumigate out of nowhere. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have a land and they tap for anything to draw them cards that cost 2 mana, then the game's over. I am still worried about that Foretell card. Oh no, the Foretell card was Starnheim Unleashed. Never mind. Not worried about it. About to cast Languish. Yeah. Yeah, no, Anthony was super right, though. I super misplayed casting or swinging with the Greasefang. Ritual of Soot. I don't think Ritual of Soot kills Glissa. It's 2 or less, right? Three? Yeah, it is 3. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think that's what's happening, though. I feel like if they had a Wrath, they would have just slammed it and moved on. Witch's Vengeance choosing Cat doesn't kill the Glissa. Phyrexian Zombie Elf. Bantu's Last Reckoning. What was it you said you were gonna do next time I named that card? That's the worst one. Absolutely not. Okay, I accept. So I have to swing with everything, right? Has lost connection to the game. Okay. On the way to fight me. Good luck. You don't know where I live. I know where you live, though. Yeah. So if they come back, full attacks all the time. Well, okay. So realistically, like if they come back, right? I have to play around Wandering Emperor. Wandering Emperor exiling one thing doesn't get there. It exiles the Glissa. I know they rage quit, but let's take this time while they're burning their clock. Yeah, I have to attack with everything to play around Wandering Emperor. True. When they settle me, one basic, because that is all I have in the deck. I have one singular swamp. Yeah, big L. Hey, Rusty Graves, thanks for the follow, man. Down there in Charleston. You're betting on Farewell? Yeah, instant speed Farewell for 1 mana less. What's up, man? Down there in Charleston, slapping people with the Greasefang. Quicken? Yeah, Quicken, and they discounted the Farewell by 2. It's Jordan in the chat. Yeah, they're going to Quicken their Settle the Wreckage, and I'm going to take a screenshot of that and post it to Twitter. 2 Merfolk Spirit Guides. Quicken Kaya's Wrath. They actually don't have the mana. Oh, yes, they do have the mana for Kaya's Wrath. Yeah. Sorry, I probably should have muted when I drank right there. Uh, anyway, let's while we're waiting on them to finish salting off, let's reset my account at the Sand Crabs. Oh, I see. I see now that you have sent me messages on Discord. Yeah, I yield through the turn whenever I can, but against control, I don't yield as often as I should because I want to make them respect what I could have open. Um, so like that Temple Garden sitting in my hand, I was gonna make them think it was a Grizzly Salvage 100% of the time. Because then they have to play around it, right? But yes, I should. Let me just do that now while this guy is salting off AFK. Let's actually I don't care. Showing my taskbar doesn't really matter all that much. I don't have anything suspicious open besides Rune Light, I suppose. All right, riveting content. So, I have a choice after this league is over if I would like to. The arena rope was bad. Yeah, the arena rope doesn't last for 14 minutes, which is how much time they had left on their clock when they decided to start trying to time out. Um, Chess clocks are good, but also really bad. Um, so after this, I'm going to play the Pro Tour list, the David Inglis list. I'm going to give it another shot just because losing money doing this. Yeah, well, I mean, assuming that they're not like going to finish the league 3-2 and then they didn't lose anything. Um, I want to play the Pro Tour David Inglis list. Give that another chance because we did go 0-4 with it last time, though I think that was partially due to some horrifyingly bad luck. Um, the opponent is on Esper control. They are on Esper control, and we tried to do the thing game one, and they had Vanishing Verse for the Parhelion. And then they Vanishing Verse something else. That game, I don't really remember. Record. So once this person is done timing out, they we will be 3-0. Also, hello, Landon. But whether I want to play a third league today or not, I believe I can either do Kaburb's Esper Greasefang Control, or I can try this prototype Mardu Greasefang list that I'm not quite done with, and I can kind of like finish brewing it on the stream. Um, but I'm more thinking towards the Esper Greasefang list, just because that's already put together for me to rent. Chun Detraxa. Let me see how much your deck costs. Let's see. Which channel did I post it in last time? Was it in general? Yes, it was in general. So your deck currently costs me $14 to rent from Card Hoarder, probably closer to 15. Nivlis, yeah. So Glissa, so when I tested Glissa against people in paper, she felt really good. Scott was playing his mono black mid-range list, and he basically was forced to kill her every single time. Grind leagues for 3 weeks to afford it. That's your job, my friend. Um, Oh, thank God. Okay. Um, but yeah, Glissa is like a lightning rod for removal because she completely nullifies all combat. Um, but unfortunately, she is a 3 butt, so she does die to almost all the removal in the format. Um, so I don't know. I think she is good. I think she's really good. Um, Getting to go ham against mono green with Glissa is really fun because they play a bunch of enchantments, blowing up their Wolfwillow Havens, their dead old growth trolls, their Othanissas, stuff like that. Feels really, really good, really powerful. Drawing extra cards obviously is always powerful. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how she would feel in Niv or Omnath to Light, especially because like I don't think you would want to run enough copies of her. I feel like that's we're playing against a Yorion deck. Cool. I don't know if you would want to run enough copies of her, or just run her as like a one of. Um, but yeah, on the Mardu side of things, on the Mardu side of the coin, I do think the Mardu list is close. This hand is cracked. Let's keep it. I do think the Mardu list is close. I think it's just whether. What the fuck? What the hell is this? We're taking the Grizzly Salvage. Or it took the Greasefang, okay. The heck am I playing against? A Yorion deck that just played Blood Crypt untapped turn 1. Is it Fires? Fires doesn't play Thoughtseize. Mardu? Is this like Mardu midrange? Mardu Yorion? No, I don't. Is this like an actual deck? Can you send me the list? I think I'm going to attempt to Grizzly Salvage this turn and take my 3. Yeah, okay. Just add Yorion. What is this? An 80 card Mardu Greasefang? That'd be that'd be something. It wouldn't be good, but it would be something. Also, drawing 2 Thought Seizes in their 80 card deck couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. They're gonna discard our Glissa. Goodbye, Glizzy. They took Chariot. That seems sus. Second Harvester, sure. Oh, I guess they don't need to discard the Glissa if they have the. Yeah, I don't think they beat Chariot either. They can beat the Glissa by sacking one of the Harvesters. They also only have 2 cards in hand. Hey, that's pretty good. Thought sees you. Misery Shadow, we'll take it. Yeah, they're like some Mardu mid-range something or other. But now they just don't get to beat Parhelion. Yeah, okay. Cool, 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 cool. High skill gaming. Yeah, high skill indeed. All right. So they're playing red black mid range, splashing white, adding 20 colors. So we probably want to bring in Tamio safekeeping. We probably want to bring this in for Hearse. Debating whether I want fatal pushes. I don't think I do. don't think I do. I think I probably want to take out the Rotting Regisaurs. Um, yeah. I don't think I want push. So right now I'm thinking about, do I want to take out Rotting Regisaurs for Graveyard Trespassers? I think maybe not. I think I want to wait and see a little bit more of their deck before I make that decision. Um, though if they are playing Mardu, that does open them up to more removal. So I think I might want to take out the Regisaurs anyway and just force the combo down their throat. I think I do want to keep the Glissas because they nullify combat entirely. I want to keep Liliana in the Veil because obviously if they're a mid-range deck, it's very good. I think I want to try this, see more of their deck, and then see where that takes us. It's also possible that Witherbloom command needs to come out if I don't see. Ooh, no lands. They run Rip with a White Splash, probably pretty high. That's also why I left the Witherbloom commands in there. This hand seems fine. It's a little weak to Thoughtseize, but I can put back the second land. Do I want to put back the second land, or do I want to put back the Parhelion? I think I actually want to put back the Parhelion because I want to curve into Liliana. I'm not being Thoughtseized. Much appreciated. But I will Thoughtseize you. Trespasser, Mirror Breaker, Shieldred the Apocalypse. Take Trespasser. Bank Buster. Lame. Alright, rip a Parhelion off this Connive, please. We did not. We will discard the Concealed Courtyard. Yeah, should have kept the Parhelion. But that's okay. They're gonna play Fable this turn, more than likely. Yeah. We're gonna play that. We're gonna play Liliana. Question is, do we want to down tick, make them sack the Goblin Shaman? What is this, crew 3? Um, yeah, that's my thought. The biggest problem is that they do have Shieldred coming down next turn. So I think what I want to do first is I want to swing with the Informant. Actually, do I want to swing with the Informant? I don't think I do. Yeah, so we don't want to swing with the Informant. I don't know that I actually want to Edict. I think I actually want to uptick, and then I can block their Goblin Shaman. No, because then Lily just dies to Bankbuster. So yeah, it has to be an Edict this turn. Yeah. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't feel good edicting there, but I think it is necessary. They discarded 2 lands that we didn't know about. There's Sacred Foundry, there's Shieldred. I still don't know what they're splashing white for. Yeah, right? Parhelion? Not Parhelion. Sag. Tick up. Discard Temple Garden. Discarded a second Hive, so we're going to play out the Greasefang here and hope that they don't draw another power worth of creatures to crew with, so that we can keep our Liliana around. Oh, that's also an option. Yeah. That's bad. Yeah. So we lose our Lily. Do I want to take 4 from the Shieldred? I think so. Actually, nah. We can do this. Okay, so now we can Grizzly Salvage, and if we hit a land and a vehicle, we did not hit a vehicle. Uh, and I can't take the Glissa either. Wow, that is awkward. Oh boy. So they have 1 unknown card in hand. They get to exile something with the Hive, and they get to make a copy of Bankbuster, or a copy of the Hive, actually. Just trying to figure out if I have a turn to wait to play Glissa. I think Glissa has to be the take, because we didn't mill any vehicles. Just hope that they brick. Yep. Interesting. So I'm taking 4, 7, 9. And I go to 1 on my upkeep. Well, there's a vehicle. Yeah, it's too late. Okay, so given what we saw, comes in tapped. Oh, right, yeah, okay. So given what we saw, do we want to make any changes? Do we want to put Regisaurs back in? Do we want to swap Lilies for Trespassers? Um, I'm thinking I do want to bring in pushes, honestly. So I brought in pushes for Tamio's safekeepings. I didn't see any removal, they're an 80 card deck and they may not have removal. I don't know. I think I'm just going to resubmit. I don't know. It's hard to say without seeing their sideboard, without knowing what they play. Grizzly Salvage, Thoughtseize on 1. I think I'm willing to keep it. Because we can cast the Grizzly Salvage. The only bad part is that we have these two vehicles in hand. I think we just keep it. Yeah. I mean, they also like potentially just can't beat Chariot. Don't know. Fatal Push, Dreadbore, Bloodtithe Harvester, Rest in Peace. Well, we're taking the Rest in Peace. Razor Verge, go. Sure. So they have 2 unknown cards in hand. We didn't mill anything good. Take the Courtyard. Oh boy, we're bricking hard right now. Go ahead and Thoughtseize him now. Yeah, we'll take the second Harvester. Because I want to play Chariot next turn. Oh, that's so bad for us. Oh, that's so bad for us. Why? Oh, man. I'm not entirely sure why they're waiting so long. Should be Snap Take Chariot. Yep. Wow, that was a brutal Thoughtseize. Alright. Well, Skyboat helps. Yep, sure will take 3. Shocking this in doesn't help. Oh, Graveyard Trespasser. Wow, they are... Yeah, 80 cards, by the way. They are ripping well. Glissa. So, do we want to preserve our life total a little bit? No, they have Dreadbore and Fatal Push, so we don't have an option. So we shock an Overgrown Tomb, go to 6. We Sky Sovereign, pitch Parhelion to the ward trigger for Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah. But I go to... Oh, no. Okay. So the problem... that's probably the only out. The problem with that line is if they draw a land, we die because of the Hive. It leaves them with Bloodtithe Harvester plus Hive. But we don't have any other outs, so that's happening. Jesus, that Thoughtseize was fucking brutal. Yeah, I know. Oh, tap land. Let's go. Come on. I mean, I'm dead to the I'm dead to the hive no matter what. I need 2 creatures. I have to draw Greasefang or a way to get a Greasefang. That is not it. So I just die. Damn, man. Thoughtseize bug a little too strong. I mean, that's not really the issue. It's just like they rip Thoughtseize the turn before I put the Chariot. Yeah. Can Skysov target my own things? So Glissa Boat doesn't get there because Glissa Boat kills off the Blood Tithe Harvester, and then they just untap and kill me with the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I can't block the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yeah. Yeah, they ripped exactly the cards that they needed in their fucking 80 card Yorion deck. Uh, yeah, okay. That's unfortunate. Lost to 80 card Yorion Rakdos Midrange. The only white cards that we saw were Rest in Peace and Yorion. Oh boy. It's an unfortunate way to lose the game. Well, while we're in this screen, there's someone in this chat here on the trophy list. I wonder what deck they were playing. But they haven't trophied in 2 days, so they need to get on their shit. No clue who that is? Yeah, me neither. Trash Boat 100 is the name of our opponent. Probably 5-color mid-range. Yeah, that sounds about right. This hand is great if we rip a Greasefang. I am almost not willing to put it back because curving Informant into Liliana the Veil is pretty good. Don't really have any enablers. I think I'm willing to keep this hand in the blind. Atraxa is, in fact, mid-range all-star. Our opponent has mold to 5. Sacred Foundry. Oh, they're a Giganta deck. Is this Mardu Sacrifice? Ah, Heroic. Got it. I haven't played against this deck in a while. Oh. Whoops. Tapped the wrong mana. Think I have to discard the boat, right? That Tensor Strict Legionnaire is going to grow bigger than the boat can do on a... Yeah. I mean, Tensor Strict is going to be way bigger than Informant, and that's also assuming that they aren't playing like Reckless Rage. They could like Reckless Rage, kill my thing, yeah, or Defiant Strike. I think I'm probably just going to chump this turn anyway. Yeah, Lily will be cracked. They gonna play another one? Ah, they played another one. No. All right, so the question is, are we throwing our Rafine's informant under the bus? I think we are. All right, yeah, so we're going to play out Glissa and hope that they don't have Reckless Rage. Oh, God's willing. Okay, that also hurts. It does insulate against Rage, yeah. They also only have one card in hand, so taking 5 this turn is not that bad. Ooh, we are drawing a lot of lands. So I think I'm going to Liliana uptick to eat that last card out of their hand. Well, it does, yeah. Oh no, it actually removes 3 counters. That's a good point. Okay, let's slam Liliana. I mean, that's what we were doing anyway. Let's Edict. Get out of here. Let's Glissa attack to draw, remove counters. They scoop to that. Okay, interesting. All right, so for Boros Heroic, we want 3 Fatal Push and 3 Tamiyo Safekeepings. Liliana is cracked. Rotting Regisaur is kind of not. Thoughtseize isn't the greatest either. I definitely want to trim a Can't Stay Away. Actually, do I even want Tamiyo Safekeeping? I think I do. Let me see if I can find the Boros Heroic. Boros Aggro? Yeah, they sure still are playing for Reckless Rage. That makes sense. All right. And it does, yeah. I'm looking at their sideboard right now. So they have Destroy Evil, 2 Rending Volleys. So I think I do want Tamiyo's Safekeeping. I don't think I really want the Soul Partitions, to be honest with you. I'm debating. I think I can trim a Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is not great. I do want to keep Liliana because it beats their 1 creature draws. And then Glissa completely nullifies their combat. So yeah, I'm willing to run it like that. We do also have a game 3 if we lose this one. This hand is kinda not great. This hand is fantastic if we rip exactly land Greasefang, but it's kinda lacking, so I think I'm willing to mulligan it. This hand is slightly better. It's not great, but it's better. We can ship the Sky Sovereign. Keep the Parhelion in case they have a creature. Keep the party. Sorry, in case we hit a informant. Second Witherbloom Command. Okay. Witherbloom Command is not a very good card in this matchup. We only have 2 of them, though. I guess it does get to gain me some life. Or it kills an Illuminator Virtuoso. Okay. Never mind. Witherbloom Command cracked. Lies? Yeah, I know, right? I did just straight up lie to you. Goodbye. We'll take Concealed Courtyard. It did not mill a vehicle, though, which is sad. But we do get to follow this up with, if they don't play 2 creatures, we do get to follow it up with a Liliana Pitch Parhelion. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to Edict their dude. So I have 2 Lilianas. I don't mind if they nug this one off. It's so yeah. Okay. Defiant Strike. Sure. Sacrifice your creature, please. Command's not always cracked because a lot of their dudes are like 1/2s. 10th District Legionnaire is a 2/2. Illuminator Virtuoso is literally the only one that I can kill. Favored Hoplite. Wow, they have the all creature draw this game. Yeah. All right, well, we're going to finish the league 4-1, which is nice. You have an Ancestral Anger. You have a second Ancestral Anger. I mean, I believe we win the race. This is 12 damage that I can just take. This is getting scary. Oh, did they just kill me? Wow! Holy shit! Oh my god! Alright, punished for not killing their creature. Wow, that's fucked. Good on them, good on them. Alright. Jesus Christ. Alright, don't let Illuminator Virtuoso stick around. Got it. I am brutally aware that this can happen. I will keep this hand. It's a little light, but they had 2 cards. I don't think I am super duper like out with only having 2 cards in hand. Connive did the work. Yeah, it sure did. Jesus, man. Yep. Uh, I think we want to play 1 Witherbloom command to get our game plan going. Put a Greasefang in the yard. Swift Spear. I will take this one. Alright, drew a Greasefang. I kind of want to hold on to this Witherbloom command just in case. Is there a reason to do that? Honestly, I don't know that there is. Yeah. Let's just use this as an enabler. Let's drain them for 2. Hopefully put a vehicle in the bin. We did put an Eska's Chariot in the bin. Sure. Go ahead and do this now. That way they can't protect it. Get back Chariot. Now, small problem we run into is we don't have any way to, yeah, Defiant Strike, sure. Protect our Greasefang. We'll take a lot of damage. Oh, they just scooped. Okay,